Okay, take 4. In a land of freedom of thought, there was a hope that the spark could survive from the first moment to the last, that the world would not dull that which was the constant companion, the spark in me. The loneliest way to be is to see it all differently. But lonelier still is to not be able to connect with others or to wonder at the mundane and not see any of it as fulfilling. Entering school having outread everyone. Because sadly, true friends, true thoughts, happily lived amongst the pages of the greats that had proved themselves shining like jewels in every library, asking to share of the wisdom in their recounts. There was always a one-sided conversation. A little hope lived in every page. Hope of a voice that rings through time. Hope that these people existed in there somewhere, even separated by ages. But sometimes the loneliness seemed to grow, to be in these two worlds. Even Henry David needed to leave Walden to share the experience of Walden. That one could dive so deep, yet come to the surface to share of the depth. Truly an inspiration for us all to venture past our own paradigm, so venturing out we must. The reality of breaking bread with another who played in the realm of thought seemed even more unachievable as time unfolded. Where were they to be found in the culture that seemed to cherish millions of thoughts, not sorted by quality but quantity, like fleeing leaves scattered in the realm of media? The slight comfort of knowing that the writers, the poets, the dreamers, the artists felt a similar longing too those many days ago. That they stood amidst the wave of their time, and though misunderstood, did it anyway. That songs could be 9 minutes long with a guitar riff that opened for minutes on end. How dull the richness of this world would be without them. The art that is breathtaking, given at the price of being obsessed with the something, such as the minute details of a rose and the growth pattern, hearing a song of all life unfolded in its delicate petals. Yet a rose never grows alone and is surrounded by others. This is the struggle. The whispers of the newest trend invade the growing space, that space seeming so dull and so practical and has the label of society, family, and social functions. Over and over it rings, you don't belong. Over everything it drowns with noise. Such as only pondering sports as social engagements and never understanding the appeal, yet longing to really care since it seems to bring the masses such joy and provides a unification of something. This playing out in so many human activities. These are the things that divide us, yet time spent to fill voids of time is just time, and that unites us. The hallways of school seem just the place to dull oneself to blend in order to still be, but was just a practice grounding for lackluster existence that needed to be lived in order to be. Being told that you must participate, but not really understanding how to be with them, to blend in. What if the colors don't blend? There is always a they, the social group, the organization, the society of now, a they. This seems to be the box we are always questioning and pushing against. Somehow they get to decide what is normal and what is abnormal, even as we wonder who they is and how they came to be. What has they ever truly created? How are they able to thrive? Yet they do. They also resent those that are different from the overall conformity, though they seem to champion all other diversities with a appealing veneer. This they seems to feel threatened in some way. How dare one question, ponder, debate from day one to the next, hidden away. Maybe they couldn't find me. Maybe I could be dull too. Maybe I could play in both worlds. Maybe sometimes I felt the despair of this. And they call it depression, and they call it gifted, and they call it by so many names. And they call it apathy. And they echo something so much more. But I am always so far away. They is that thing that always seems to loom. It knows the rules of the game that are in the beginning, hidden in the doorways of every classroom, every family gathering, every social meeting, in the debt of sharing in all groups. In the tears of frustration of the misunderstandings, in the running from or to, in the hopes that some way this shape fits in the structure being built. But it doesn't. So with ever increasing knowledge that the wrong is just that. Apathy lives deep, taught from childhood to adulthood, and rarely do we ever peek out. Thus we may be noticed